What are you doing? I thought you were working on your Jeep.
I'm taking a break.
Your arm's tired again?
Yeah, I'm learning about Antarctica on TikTok.
Why are your arms tired?
Because I am drilling my axle out, my Dana 60.
Ah, so I don't know if you guys remember, if you watched the Dusy video, we blew up the Detroit on the Dusy and broke one of the stock 30 spline axles. What was that, Spence?
I just had a really loud pop. Guys, we got a big problem. I just broke a rear shaft.
Drive shaft?
Axle shaft.
Up a little bit. You just get it in-guided.
So we went and installed a new ARB. We bought some nifty. Yeah, there's
The souvenir.
There's the souvenir, and then
But
so we go to install the new 35 spline there. And what happened when we went to install the 35 spline?
We got unlucky.
So this is an old Ford Dana 60.
So Ford decided to make two different Dana 60s. They make one with a spindle that's bored to take the upgraded 35 spline shaft, and then they make one that's not with a thicker spindle. My luck, I got the one that's not. So
it does not fit.
And we spent, I don't know what, good 7 hours getting the locker and gears all dialed in, and then last 5 minute worth of work, go to put an axle shaft in, doesn't fit.
So we got on YouTube and we saw a bunch of dudes using hole saws. Seems a little janky, huh?
Yeah.
So what do you got?
We created this bit here. Well, created it at my shop. So I made an aluminum pilot. It is machined down to 0.421 inches, and that fits nice and snug into the spindle. And then that's what's keeping our 1 9/16 machining bit, or roto cut, nice and center as we're drilling this out. And then because of the fact that it is a 7-inch bore all the way through, I have an adapter piece that accepts this bit, and then a 1-inch 120 wall tube that is welded to that. So created that tool. I got one side drilled over here.
It actually fits?
And yes, she fits now. Got about another hour or so for drilling out the other side, and then once that's done, we can put it all back together.
Let's see it cut.
Alrighty.
So we were using cutting oil, but we ended up just going with a bucket of motor oil here that we can wash the blade off with to clean it and kind of cool it real quick. And it's actually cutting quite well.
And you just want to keep good amount of pressure, keep it nice and slow, and kind of let the blade do the work. So with hole saws, the teeth are actually slightly bigger than the saw itself, and the teeth are more spread out than this one, so you get kind of a chattery, I guess you could say, finish. This one, you get a nice finish, looks more machined, and it just cuts better. It cuts way faster.
Wow. That's got to feel good, huh?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a wiener?
Yep.
As usual.
Yeah.
What's going on out here?
Cleaning
What are you
metal
cleaning?
shards out of my wheel bearings. I gotta get all the metal shavings out of here before I make any further progress.
Right on.
So yeah, that's what's going on tonight.
I'm gonna go watch some Tucker Carlson. I'll check back in.
Alrighty. You want a light up in there or no? Sorry, while I'm texting.
See?
Okay. And then there's an O-ring down below that too.
Yeah, you see it? See the 2 O-rings?
Oh, got it. So what are we currently? Oh, I see.
So kind of stick up like that.
But you also have to be super careful not to split the copper line.
Trying not to.
Oh, and then you do O-ring, brass piece, and then O-ring, and then that little
O-ring?
flathead piece basically squishes it all in there.
Yep.
Got it. Tons and 40s.
Can you see that?
Probably gonna need a light, but kind of hard to see. But so you got O-ring, brass, O-ring on the copper line.
Alright, now I'm trying to kind of pull that back down into that fitting.
And then there's this little gray fitting that then goes on top of that. And that's what will compress those O-rings and brass into your bulkhead and basically locks your copper line in. It's intensely quiet right now. Why is it intensely
I don't
quiet?
Concentrating.
So now he's just going to bend the copper line, form it around the housing and safely away from the ring gear. Yep.
What's the torque spec?
85 to 90 depending on where you look.
Inch pounds, right?
Foot pounds,
Oh.
not inch pounds. You can do inch pounds if you want it to fall out. That'd be kind of funny actually. But you're filming my bad side. This is the side with my ripped jeans.
And now I get your money maker in the picture.
Huh?
I get your money maker in the picture.
My money.
Your face.
Oh. That's totally not what I was thinking, but alright. Come to your side now. Okay, so what are you doing now?
Setting up the dial indicator to check
Backlash.
backlash. Exactly right.
So for a rear end, what's the ideal threshold you want to be in? What is it? 4 to 10 thousandths or 4 to 12?
6 to 12.
Yeah, there you go. 6 to 12
Something
thousandths.
like that. For this clapped out thing, though, I don't think it matters.
Wow. Yeah, see? We're right back to where we were. 8 thousandths, right?
About 7.
Okay. So that's another thing you guys need to pay attention to if you're doing this at home is the top of the teeth. Some of them, at least some gears, they'll have a slight bevel at the top.
Put this right on the gauge.
And you want to be on the flat surface of the gear to be able to get a appropriate measurement. So right now you can see it's at 0 and we're pulling right around 7 to 8 thousandths of backlash, which is pretty much perfect. Look at that technique right there.
No flowing. Using a little ultra black here. Seal up the axles in the diff cover. Couldn't get the nozzle clean, so I had a fight with the can, and the can lost.
I don't know, did it?
Well, we got the goo out, didn't we?
It's all over the table. We've got endless supply right here, but come now if you need it, because it's going to dry up.
When it comes to getting the goo out, nobody's better.
Oh, please tell me to stop recording.
Hold on, you want to stop recording?
Oh.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Axle number 1 in. I want to cut axle number 2.
What are you doing?
You get it?
Oh, let me get a couple bolts started. 1. 2, I think you're good. You know, I'm sure we're probably going to get a lot of questions because our huge following. We're huge, you know, about...
I hope we don't get a lot of questions, because do we really know what we're doing?
Absolutely not. Anyways, I'm sure people are going to ask, is it worth it?
Is what worth it? All the work?
All the work to upgrade to 35 splines, and it really just depends on the wheeling you do.
I don't get it. It's only 5 more teeth. Why does it make a difference?
So a 30 spline axle shaft, I think, is roughly an inch in diameter. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But so these are 1.5 inches in diameter.
Inch and a half.
They're huge. These things are huge. They're strong, and I wheel with 2 different groups. I wheel with our group, which you see on YouTube all the time. And then I wheel with my boss too, who's got just this insane 2 buggy, and his group is all 2 buggies. And I'll tell you what, trying to keep up with 2 buggies on 30 spline shafts, stock shafts that come in these things, it's just not working.
Alright, so for the spirit of technical accuracy, 30 spline
Measures out to 1.25 inches from outside to outside of spline, and the 35 spline is 1.5 inches. We did check that. That is for sure 1.5 inches.
So there's your difference.
As you can see, 1/4 inch, but it does matter.
These are our Yukon chromolys. That's a wrap.
That is a wrap, folks.
This is Clifford. Clifford's got a new ARB locker, 35 spline axles. Got the axle board out to fit. Now we can put some lube in it, and he'll have his daily driver back. We can go on to something more fun, like finishing that. Who likes working on JKs though? Not me. Good night, everybody. Dude, it's freaking cold out here. I thought you were coming in.
Oh, I'm on TikTok right now watching Antarctica Part 2.
Oh boy.
We're in a